Hey guys, in this video we'll be installing Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition. Now to get to the Visual Studio website, we type in visualstudio.microsoft.com, go to download Visual Studio, and we want to get the Community Edition. So we do have Professional and we do have Enterprise, but then the Community Edition is free for individuals and academic users, and it's also open source. So once again, if you are in an enterprise setting, you should get enterprise and you have to pay a license for that. But then for our pet project or an individual project or academic project, open source purposes, community is there, it's free and it's fully powered and waiting to be used. So we just get community, and then that triggers a download for an installer. So we just click on that installer that was just downloaded, run, it will initialize, and then we can go ahead with our installation. So we click continue, and that just fetches a few files for us. All right, so after it's finished with those initial workloads, then what it will do is ask us what packages do we wish to install to support whatever it is that we're going to be developing. So like I said, we're developing a web application, so we need the ASP.NET and web development package or workload, and then we tick that box here, and then to the right hand side you'll see that they're giving us a little list of what will be included. So the latest .NET framework is 4.8, so you notice that we're getting 4.4 to 4.6. so I'm just going to go ahead and tick all of these .NET framework 4.6.1, 0.2, 0.7, 0.8, and that's not all though. We need .NET Core, but then this course is based on .NET Core 3.1, which is the latest, but if you go with Visual Studio, then you're getting 2.1. So we can leave that alone. After this, then I'll show you how to get 3.1. Also, since we'll be doing a little Azure stuff, I'm just going to tick the Azure box, and we don't have to modify much more there. I'm just ticking that box to make sure that we have any libraries that we require. You can do a drill down and just see what else is available to you. So if you click the .NET Core cross-platform development, if you click that workload, then you get some more .NET Core things, but I think a lot of those are already included in the web development workload. As you would notice that the total space will increase with each workload that you choose. So I'm just going to untick the Azure one, and I'm just going to make sure I have the .NET Core cross-platform workload and the ASP.NET and web development workloads. We're not doing much development with Azure, so you can tick it if you want. If you know you have the space, that's fine. And of course, the more you tick, is the longer it will take to download. But I'm not going to tick it for this particular course. So once again, we just have the ASP.NET and web development, and we have the .NET Core cross-platform development, and then I'm just going to click install, and then that will start the installation, which is really a download. So based on your internet speed, this is going to vary in length. So I'm just going to resume when everything is finished here. All right, so this process is finished. It probably took just under an hour. And they're saying that they require that I restart my computer in order to complete this setup. So I'm going to say not now. Not that you don't need to restart, but there's something else that I want to show you before I let you reboot. So I'm going to say not now, which is basically just not going to complete the installation just yet. But I'm just going to minimize this, and I'm going to show you that we need to download the .NET Core 3.1 tools. And so I already have that open, and you can get to this website through .NET.microsoft.com. And then I'm at /download, where it is showing me that I can download the .NET Core 3.1 tools, or the runtime for that specifically, as well as .NET Framework 4.8. So we actually just installed Visual Studio with the .NET Framework 4.8 tools, so we don't need to pay attention to that, but we do need the Core 3.1. And I did say earlier that the .NET Core is built for multiple platforms. It's cross-platform. So you see that they have the Windows download, they have the Linux download, they have the Mac OS download, and they have a Docker download. All right, so we'll go with the Windows. I'm using a Windows machine, and I'm teaching you based on Windows. But that being said, whichever one you're on, you download the one that's appropriate for you. And we run the app. So I'm going to just download the .NET Core runtime, and I'm also going to download the .NET Core SDK. So I'm just going to download the x64 because I have a 64-bit, and we can download that and install it. So when the installer comes up, it's pretty straightforward. Just click install, and then it will do what it needs to do. And then it will say that it was successful. So it really didn't take that long to install. And I'm just going to go back and also get the SDK. So what I got was the runtime. Now I'm going to download the SDK. Now SDK is short for Software Development Kit. So that's where the real development tools will be made available for Visual Studio to interact with. And notice they're saying that this release is only compatible with Visual Studio 2019. So if you have 2017 or an earlier version, then you may want to upgrade. So that's downloaded. Let's just install that. So when the installer comes up, we just click install, let it do its thing, and then it says that everything was successfully installed, and they gave us all the run times and all of the, and they're pointing us to different documents that we can use for, resources. So we can close that. And now that we've done all of this, then I can restart the computer. So I didn't want to restart and then forget the steps. So I just made sure to install everything. And then we just do one big restart and allow the computer to do its thing. All right, so now that our restart is complete, let us go ahead and fire up Visual Studio 2019. And you can find it by going to the Start menu, and you can probably just type in Visual Studio. It will pop up. I already pinned my Visual Studio 2019 to my Start menu as well as to my taskbar. So just by clicking this purple icon that looks like that infinity sign, we will launch our Visual Studio. Now, once it's launched, it encourages you to sign in or create an account, and you can opt to do that later. Now, with the Community Edition, it will actually give you a little like a 30-day trial kind of feeling if you don't sign in. So if you choose not now, maybe later, and then later down the line, you see like they're saying, oh, it has expired or something like that. It's really just saying that they expect that you sign in. Once you sign in, then there is no expiration experience that you'll have. All right. So I'm just going to sign in my Windows account. And this is the Windows account or the Microsoft account that I had long before. And this is the one that I'll be using for any Azure related activities that I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Once again, you can create a Microsoft account, or if you already have one, just use it and log in. Now, whether you opted to sign in or you said not now, maybe later, you'll be led to this page where they ask you what style you like. So dark theme is all the rage in IT right now, but you can choose the theme that is appropriate for you. And the development settings, I'm going to put that to web development. So general, yeah, that's fine. But then web development, they kind of put certain things at certain places to make it more obvious for you to see. All right. So once you do all of that, you can start Visual Studio. Now, just now, my attempt to sign in failed because I'm on a server and there are certain restrictions around certain activities. And so I'm just highlighting that to show that if you said not now, maybe later, then this is the screen you'll get once Visual Studio launches. You'll be prompted to sign in, and to the right, you'll see that you have a 30-day trial. So once again, your evaluation period has ended. Please sign in to unlock the product. So all you really need to do is sign in, and that evaluation message goes away. So I'm going to sign in once again. All right, I know that I've signed in. You'll see that I have that personalized account. They highlight my account, and then that evaluation message really has gone away. And so I can click close. And then this is the launch screen for Visual Studio 2019. So from here, I can check out something from a source control. I can open an existing project, open a local folder, or create a new project. So we're going to pause right here. If you got this far, then that's perfect. You've installed Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition, and then you're ready for the next activity.